guys, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be working on the 87. Hopefully get the rack and pinion rebuilt and back in the car, and it works. And if the rack and pinion project goes well, then it's going to be all downhill. I just have to put the car back together and it should be good. So let's talk about everything that I've done over the last couple weeks. I haven't made any videos. The weather's been really bad. On the weekends anyways, a lot of rain, wind, it's been cold. Sundays have been nice. I just was using Sundays to catch up on everything I missed over the weekend. So no car work. I have been buying a bunch of parts. I'll show you everything I have going on before I work on the rack and pinion. So here we go. Alright, well here I bought some wheels for the 87. These are American racing wheels. These are the 2-piece polished aluminum. I have, you can't really see, but I have 2 rear wheels at 17 by 11 with a 44 millimeter offset, and 2 wheels at 17 by 9.5 with a 44 millimeter offset. They are going to look great on the 87 with the dark blue color that it is right now. The chrome is going to look great, or the polished aluminum. As you all know, I had these black wheels on my 87 forever, but they actually look really good. I hate to say it, but they look really good on my 89. Being a 36 millimeter offset for the first generation C4s, the tires actually go right out to the panels. They look really nice on here. The stance looks really good. So in an effort to save money, I'm probably just going to leave these on the 89. Put these on the 87 because these wheels that came with the 89, they're junk. The aluminum is dented. They're just a lot of road rash. They're really bad tires. They're bad wheels, so they're going away really quick at the power steering rebuild. So here's my rack and pinion. Back here is just some extra O-rings, and this is a pump seal replacement kit. I haven't even looked into that yet. I might just leave that alone. This is a bushing kit. It's for the bushings on the rack and pinion, and there's a large donut that goes down here. Here's a couple tools I made. I made them on my 3D printer. It's a tool for inserting this assembly so you don't damage the ceramic rings. We're going to go over this in a second. Here's a tool for pressing in a bearing. This is a very special bearing. This is the bearing that's found in the back side of here. Most people, they just reuse the bearing. It's a hard bearing to source. It's a special size in the bearing world. Typically in this size of bearing, it's a 30 by 10 by 9 metric sizes, 30 millimeter OD, 10 millimeter ID, and a 9 millimeter thickness. This particular bearing in the GM car is an 8 millimeter thickness. It's a 30 by 10 by 8. So it's a little bit thinner with the dust cover removed, or the dust shield. So I was able to source a new bearing. They're $15, but I am going to put a new bearing in. It's super easy to get at. Why not do it? I had a little slop in my travel, which a lot of times when you have a shaft with slop, a lot of times it is the bearing. So I'm going to replace the bearing. I might talk a little more into detail about that, but you just have to source a 30 by 10 by 8 millimeter bearing, and you're gonna see it like this with the dust shield on it. You just pop that dust shield off. So let's look at these kits really quick, guys. So what I have 2 kits here. I have the very popular gates, which is what you'll find in like Rock Auto, and then I have one called power steering seals, and I believe this is the kit that Turn 1 uses. They use this kit over here. So let's compare them side by side. Everything's identical except the dust shield. This orange dust shield is the same dust shield that Turn 1. Turn 1 is a company very reputable company that rebuilds the rack and pinion systems. They use this shield, so I'm going to assume that they use this kit. And the other reason I am assuming they use this kit is because of this wear bushing right here. These bottom 5 components are not in the Gates kit, and they're the same price. So, which, in my opinion, it makes this the better deal. Power steering seals. I'd be willing to bet that everything else up here, other than the dust seal, is made by the same people. Everything looks identical. So with the power steering seal kit, you get 2 clamps for your boots, for your tie rod boots, 2 smaller hose clamps, and then this wear bushing. And this is huge. This is a wear bushing, so I am going to probably replace that. And if anybody's wondering, so turn 1 uses this orange dust seal. The one that came off my car is black, just like this, with the same number. Not that it matters, but it's 75001. So the dust seal in the Gates kit is very similar to the factory dust seal, where this one is completely different. It's orange in color. It has a whole different design to it, but this is the seal that turn 1 uses. So that's the difference in the kits. They're very similar. You get 5 extra pieces with the power steering seals kit. And the power steering seals, that's the name, powersteeringseals.com. This item right here, the wear item, is going to be what makes this kit the one to buy. Everything else is probably from the same manufacturer. Just some random stuff. Because I have not been working on the car, I've been buying things. So these are 2 gas struts for the 87 for the hood. I might have already showed you. These are the bumper covers. The I don't know what you call them, for scraping. This is just some miscellaneous leftover stuff from sun visors. I bought my sun visors from Zip. They had the best price. They went in real nice. So I have sun visors in the car now. I never did before. Bought some miscellaneous. So what these are, I bought a bunch of nuts and bolts. This is the 4mm by 19mm flanged bolt, and what this is for, these are gonna go right here. These are gonna go right in here and look really nice. They're gonna pop really nice on here. So yeah, I painted the inside of my bumper copper because that it resembles the factory color that this car came with. So I will be eventually putting the car back to that color, to give you an idea what that looks like. So here's the inside of the rockers, factory color. Only 87 of them made in that color in 1987. So yeah, I just bought some nuts and bolts. I do that a lot. Here's a couple of the extra bearings I was talking about for over here. I just went and bought a bunch of lug nuts. This is a capped lug nut set from Gorilla. They are for the American racing wheels. And then something, guys, I buy these every time I get a chance, so I'm starting to collect them. But this is a wheel lock set, and for our cars, the thread on the studs are 12mm by 1.5. 1.5 is the thread pitch. We want part number 999057. So what you get in this kit is the 4 locking nuts with the external threads, and the external threads are for the caps. So typically you have silver or black. So you get 4 locking lug nuts and the key. And then the last thing I think I've already showed you is my DeWitt's radiator. So there it is. The rack and pinion goes well. This will go in right after it. And once this is in, it's just a matter of fluids and putting the car back together, and I'll be on the road. All right, guys, so that's what I've got going on. Been buying a lot of parts, nickel and diming it, getting ready to work on the rack and pinion. Hopefully everything works, no leaks, and it's back on the road, maybe even this weekend. So see you soon. Thanks for watching.